Welcome to Chat and Dish. I'm Casey Quaretti. I've been having such chocolate cravings the last few days. I thought what I would do to satisfy them is show you how to make Tarte Chocolat de Caroline. Now, why this is called Caroline's Tart, I'm not exactly sure. I haven't been able to suss out the history of this particular recipe. Normally in French cooking, a Caroline is a tiny little eclair that's filled with ham or salmon mousse, but let's forget about that part. We're not going to worry about the name. We're going to go ahead and make this incredibly delicious, super easy to make Caroline's chocolate tart, perfect for our American kitchens. Let's gather up our 6 ingredients for our mise en place. In other words, getting ourselves organized. 200 grams of a really nice dark chocolate, 180 grams of powdered sugar, 175 grams of butter, 4 tablespoons of flour, 4 eggs, a pinch of salt. That's it. Let's get cooking. We need to weigh out our chocolate, 200 grams, and I do suggest that you get a scale. They're not expensive, and when you're baking, it's much more accurate to weigh out your ingredients than it is to measure them in a cup. So, invest in a little scale. Oh, they're $15. And what we're looking for are 200 grams of chocolate. Melt your chocolate over simmering water, or if you like, you can actually melt it in the microwave. Add your butter a few chunks at a time and then just stir until it melts into the chocolate. Chocolate and butter. People wonder why French cooking is so good. Add your 180 grams of powdered sugar. Stir that in well. Remove your chocolate mixture from the heat. We're going to add 1 whole egg to our batter. We're also going to add 3 egg yolks. Set the whites aside because we're going to beat those up in just a minute. All right, let's get the yolks into our batter. Now we add 4 tablespoons of flour and just mix that in with a spoon. Time to beat up our egg whites until they're nice and stiff. Start off slowly. When your eggs are nice and frothy, add just a pinch of salt. Before we go any further, let's prepare our tart pan. Take about 2 tablespoons of butter, paper towel, and just rub the butter all around on the sides and the bottom of your tart pan. And then we need to add flour so that our batter doesn't stick. But instead, when I'm doing a chocolate cake, I like to use instead cocoa powder. Keeps it all nice and chocolatey, and you never have that white edge when you use regular flour. You want to coat the bottom and sides of your baking dish with cocoa powder. I like to put it through a little strainer, and then all you have to do is take it and tilt it all over in your pan so that you get your sides done too. I've grabbed a larger bowl because I want to have lots of room when I mix the egg whites into the batter. I don't want to crowd it, and I don't want to smush down the egg whites too much. So just to make things easier, I put it in a bigger bowl. Now I'm going to take 1/3 of our egg whites and I'm going to mix those gently into our chocolate batter. Second third is going in, and when you fold your egg whites in, do it in kind of a circular motion. You want to keep as much air in those egg whites as possible. That's what's going to make our cake or our tart nice and fluffy. Our last third needs to be mixed in. Oh, now it's time to pour our batter into our prepared tart pan. Butter, sugar, chocolate, and a few eggs. Oh, what could be better than that? Okay, once you get all of your batter in your tart pan, just give it a tap on the counter a couple of times. That will have any air bubbles that are in the batter, they'll rise up, and that way you'll have a nice uniform thickness to your tart. And now, I can't help it. Oh, fantastic. Okay, it's into a 325-degree oven for 45 to 50 minutes. Oh, I wish you all could smell this. Oh, it's so chocolatey. The whole house actually smells like a chocolate factory. A quick test. There's no cake on here. That means it's done. Now, our tart needs to sit, come to room temperature. That's going to take about 30 minutes. So we'll see you then. Cake is cooled on a cake plate. Now we're going to go ahead and decorate it. And this is the easiest thing in the whole world. Take a paper doily that you can get at any market. There's a couple of bucks for probably 10 of them. And then powdered sugar. All you have to do is strain your powdered sugar all across the top of your cake. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous. Now all we have to do is very carefully